The time is 8:40 p.m. Good evening. The news headline. Dear President, I am confused and not convinced who to call a terrorist and who to call bandits. The news info. It breaks my heart daily to hear you call Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho terrorists, but nickname those killing civilians and soldiers as bandits, and those kidnapping and destroying military facilities are rewarded with training and rehabilitation. Killer herdsmen are still having their ways, destroying and killing farmers. To Igbo and Yoruba leaders, you denied your people voices and accepted the new definition of bandits and terrorists, a regional blackmailing. Always remember the story of one day is one day. And this is what breaks the people heart, because the people now are feeling so estranged on who to call terrorists and who to call bandits, believing the fact that the federal government are after self-determination agitators, leaving behind those who are actually terrorizing the country, giving a mindset that perhaps the government are truly behind this terrorist organization, and that rehabilitating the bandits and herdsmen, while those that they have killed are languishing in pain or are dead for vain, is actually not called for. The writer says that they deny the people of their voices and accept the new definition of bandits and terrorists by calling them repentant Boko Haram or herdsmen, and giving an impression that most likely, like people have been connoting, that the federal government is behind the sponsorship of these bandits. For Democracy and Development, a West Africa focused policy advocacy and research organization. Now back to how the bandits operate. Nigerian journalist Abdulaziz, an editor with the Abuja-based Daily Trust newspaper, has interviewed some of the gunmen and said they have set up dozens of camps in remote forested areas of the northwest. Each houses hundreds of fighters, through one in Zamfara State, where Wednesday new kidnappings took place, purportedly holds 2,000 followers. Authorities believe that bandits are getting logistical support from local residents, saying some have confessed to ferrying phones, fuel, and food supplies to the gunmen while they are camped in the forest. It is believed that they have used the money from the ransom payment to buy arms and ammunition, some of which is now being sophisticated than what is used by the Nigerian military. Many initially believed that there was a difference between Islamic extremists in the northeast who were motivated by ideology and the bandits in northwest believed to just be after money. However, freed captives have shared details that suggest that some bandits might share extremist beliefs with the Boko Haram group, whose name means Western education is forbidden in the local Hausa language. Victory Sonny, one of the students released in May after being abducted from her school in Kaduna State, said her captors warned her to stay home. They asked us not to go back to school, that they will make sure that they shut down all schools in Kaduna State, said Sonny. And if we go back there to the school, they will still come back for us, and if they get us again, we are not coming back again. The gunmen also told those students that they were not after their lives or their parents' money, that they are after the government, said Sonny, whose father is still looking for a school where she can re-enroll and attend classes safely. Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a Nigerian cleric who is one of the few with access to the bandits who has negotiated with them in the past, believes that the bandits have been infiltrated by Boko Haram. He said the jihad group is looking for them seriously, trying to entice them to join their struggle. The governor of Niger State in the northwest, Abubakar Sani Bello, also has said that extremists now have established a camp there too. I am confirming that there are Boko Haram elements in the Niger State here in Kaura. They have hosted their flags here. Their wives have been seized from them and forcefully attached to Boko Haram members, Bello said in April. Neither the Nigerian army nor the presidency have disputed the governor's claim. schools are so sparse in the north that many parents send their children to boarding schools far from home, even with stepped-up security. These educational facilities are vulnerable to gunmen whose weaponry has improved with each successive ransom payment. Because of the 12-year insurgency in the northeast, the Nigerian army has had far fewer soldiers posted in the areas now being repeatedly targeted by kidnappers. Now, after Friday's announcement, the head teacher at Salihu Tanko Islamiyya School in Niger State said a payment of more than 30 million naira, about $73,000, had been released to secure the children's release. Abubakar Al-Hazan said that families came up with most of the money and school raised some cash too by selling a plot of land where they had planned to expand the campus. Oluwaseyi Adetayo, a security expert and former officer of the Nigerian Secret Police Department or State Services, says that the bandits have found it far too lucrative to abduct children. It is paying them more than what any of them could imagine they can ever earn in their life, said Adetayo, who runs Eon's Intelligence, a security advisory group. It is an established chain of business already. The time is 7:07 p.m. and the news analysis is not too far-fetched than the Fulani herdsmen and the Boko Haram menace going on in the country. And the summary is as follows: the release of the 3 separate groups of students who have been abducted in northern Nigeria has brought about, a joyful reunion, and hope that others that were also abducted in the same manner might be released soon. And just days after gunmen again, they attacked a school in Zamfara, taking about 73 hostages, and before Wednesday attack, 1,000 students had already been kidnapped in about a dozen schools abduction. And the UNICEF, said that some 200 are still believed to be in captivity. And the government officials described the gunmen carrying out the attack as bandits. But there seems to be an unclear connection in between, because 24 hours after they released some people some hostages in Niger, some other people were also released in Kaduna and also spontaneously in Zamfara as well. And that led to some questions, that was that just a coincidence, or there is something fishy about these bandits? Perhaps they have a common ties and they have a connection somewhat. Now, some people have said that the arms they take up, because their communities have been neglected, for some years. Some people have said that, okay, perhaps the bandits are having these feelings of being sidelined and their places being forgotten for over years, and that is why they are retaliating. However, we believe that someday, soon, they freed the captives that have been in detention for quite a while now will be released so soon. Hopefully, the federal government will find a need to correct this impression by the citizens, because it breaks the heart of everyone daily. Because we need to remember that one day all this power will change hand. God bless Nigeria. Thanks for listening. Good evening.